just knew I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk. I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
Oh, look at me. I bet you can't do it like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke can shake it all up. My moves make 'em run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Johnson now returning.
The Browns take
We got
over
this.
first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Mayfield. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle in his 4th year now out of the University of Charlotte, a big part of this young Browns defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, 93's the mic, 93.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll give it to Mixon. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Another try for Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Browns nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Now here's Johnson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Double tight.
Here's Mayfield.
Check number 6. Check number 6.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Let's get off the field, D. Mike 52, Mike 52. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Come 19, ready, go.
On second down, Burrow.
65, 65.
That's complete to John Ross. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Bengals first down.
Ready, break. Watch 52. 52's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Watch right. I'm set, go.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up
13-0
second.
is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals 13. Browns nothing.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double up.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They go play action. Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Set, 50, 20, 55. Record. Kill. Check 37, check 37.
They'll run with Chubb. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
That's complete right around the 8. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Street.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
19 Tiger. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Okay, ready? 5-9. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 19.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
Let's go.
A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, get in the weight room. My 52. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Ready, take
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Strong left. It's a party now. Check 60. Coming. Check 93's the mic. 93's.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
60 Bobcat. Hey. 4 down. Check 93. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 14-yard touchdown. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Browns take over.
That's it,
1st
baby.
and 10
We're going to work.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
We got 4.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You better be afraid of me. Mustang 19. 59. Mike's 50.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, 53 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here. On that deficit. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
93's the mic. Let him know, let him know. 18, Pioneer. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and now it's second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Check. 3, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check, 93's the mic, 93's go.
Burrow once again here on second and 10. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the night, and the Bengals add on to their lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's his second touchdown run of this game, and this one, add a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
Returning it, Johnson. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Set, 180.
At the 29-yard line.
Tight left. Even. Even.
Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Mayfield looks to throw, and it's complete. Hooper. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler. Had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year. And he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
One of the best around, Big Geno Atkins there on the stop. An 8-time Pro Bowler, including each of the last 6 seasons.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, second and 10 coming up. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play that time out of Chubb. 47 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up third and goal.
180! Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Harrison Bryant, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Browns get a score closer.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
There we go, nice move.
Joe Mixon
Nice move.
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Johnson now returning. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10.
Let's go,
At their own
boys, bring it on.
24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game. Ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end.
Mayfield now. And finding the tight end Hooper. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. 76 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
That's the score. Bengals 34, Browns 24.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a three-possession game and all but put things to bed. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 30. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now Burrow on first down. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, 30 yards. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Now here's Johnson. And he returns this to the 22.
Get ready.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to